Just wanted to record this video to show you that the CreateSpace review process does get it wrong. Now, this book is a beginner's guide to Buddhism and a beginner's guide to meditation, and it's a compilation book of two. Now, I've submitted it and it says review complete and your files have successfully passed our review process. Now, saying there's a transparency in the image, well, yeah, that's fine. I can live with that. And then it says here, and this is the significant one for me, it's like the interior is currently set up so that even page numbers will appear on the right facing pages and odd page numbers will appear on the left, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now this isn't the first time that I've had this message from CreateSpace. And I remember the very first time that I got this message, and you kind of start thinking, oh my God, what's gone wrong? What's happened? You know, and how do I fix it? And you know, they say you may wish to add a blank page before the text begins to correct the pagination. Okay, well, let's have a look at that. And the third one is the interior contains images that are less than 200 dpi. Well, yeah, kind of always get this when using Word, because it puts them at about like 198.87 or something like that. Anyway, let's view a digital proof, and then we'll just launch the proofer. And like I say, this is one of the problems when you publish with something like CreateSpace. If you're unsure of what's happening and then they tell you that the book has errors, you don't know what you're looking for. So we'll just see, okay? And like I say, I'm not too bothered about the images because they're close to 200 dpi, so it's going to look a little bit, it's not going to be that much of a difference. And one of the images in this book I actually downloaded from Dollar Photo Club, and that was a 72 dpi image. Now there's not a lot I can actually do with that, but the original should be 300. As they say, that's life. So let's just wait for the digital proofer to start. So here we have, it's now loaded, and we click on the get started button, and then it tells us that it's the cover. It's nice of them to let me know that, and that's obviously not loaded. Well, that's looking pretty crappy, but believe you me, it does look far better than that, I can assure you. So anyway, let's go to the two-page view. Now, I'm not concerned with the cover. I know the cover's good. So then I flick to the front matter, and it's looking really, it's not looking as clear as usual. Must be something wrong with my internet. But anyway, this is the front matter, and there are no page numbers, so I'm not that bothered. And again, like I say, it says the interior is currently set up so that even page numbers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we have about the author and dedication. And then I have a master table of contents, because I have two books in this compilation, a beginner's guide to Buddhism and a beginner's guide to meditation. So as you can see, I've got book 1 and book 2. And I want my books to start on a right-hand page, which is correct. That's an odd numbered page. And then I open it up, and then I have the table of contents for the first book. And if I just zoom in, see, that's telling me page 4, which is an even number page, and it's on the left, which is correct. So the quote on the right page, and then I have my Buddhism picture, which is, the original was low quality, as I mentioned. But the first page of my book, chapter 1, is on the right-hand page, which is correct. The next page, down there, 1, 2, 1, 3. Sorry, I'm going backwards. It's my mouse interacting. 1, 4, 1, 5. Sorry, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 1, 9, 1, 10, 1, 11. So that's correct. So it would appear that CreateSpace have got it wrong again. But like I say, there's nothing wrong with them getting it wrong if you know what to look for. But if you don't, it can be quite problematic, and it can waste a lot of your time. And as the thumbnails come into view, you can see now chapter 2. I have the image on the left-hand side, which is what I want, and my chapter begins on the right page, which is what I want. And again, we have odd numbered pages here, even number there. Sorry, it's the other way around, my mistake. And then, so I come down to chapter 3. Is here 56, 57. See, there's the clue, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. And then chapter 4, again, image on the left, chapter number on the right. So I come to the end of my book, my first book, then I have my bibliography on the right page, And again, I want my second book to start on a right page. That's why there's a blank page before it. And then we come across, then we have the front matter. Then it comes into the table of contents, table of figures, and there's my image on the left page. And chapter 1, if I just zoom in there, that's book 2, page 3, book 2, page 2. So again, Amazon, or CreateSpace, sorry, I've got it wrong. So I'm quite happy with this. So I'm now going to, I need to auto hide my taskbar, exit digital proofer, and the book's good. I can approve it, and then it'll go live. So I click on approve proof. In the last video, I showed you how CreateSpace often get it wrong. Now, since I submitted that for approval, I noticed a couple of other mistakes in the PDF. And I also wanted to change the book covers, because this was the one which we saw here, where I have the number next to the title. I wanted to change that. I didn't really like that. So basically what I did was I resubmitted, and this is now the table of contents. As you can see, I've excluded the numbers from the level 1, and this is what I've got now. So that's basically why I resubmitted. Now I did this yesterday, and I've just received an email from CreateSpace that my books are ready for approval. Now require attention, which basically means they're ready for my review. Now bearing in mind I haven't added any pages, I haven't changed anything, I haven't done anything different other than just change those titles as I just showed you. And their email which I get from them makes no mention of any odd or even pages. So like I say, they got it wrong. So I click on start fixing this issue, and here's my book, and now I have to proof my book. So I view a digital, and then I launch the digital proofer. And then we'll look at the book. And again, the whole point of this is just to make you aware that CreateSpace get it wrong. And you'll make one submission, and there'll be some remark on there. And as I showed you in the earlier video, they were wrong. I resubmit the file. Make no real changes to the structure of the document. And now they don't mention it, so they do get it wrong. Now, I've published 2 versions of this book. One is with my own ISBN number, and one is with CreateSpace's ISBN number. And the reasons I do this is you cannot get access to all their outlets with your own ISBN. So that's one reason for doing it. But the other reason as well is I can put books in different categories. So that's going to increase the chance of making royalties. So that's basically why I do it. Now, when I submitted the Beginner's Guide to Buddhism book about a month or so ago, and the interior files are the same, because what I do for my books is I put both ISBN numbers inside, and then all I need to do is change. I just change the barcode on the back for the particular version that I'm uploading, and that satisfies CreateSpace's review. Okay. But what happened with these was that on even though it was the same PDF interior, one of the books was missing the first 15 or so pages. Now, it was a hiccup with their system, and they did correct it. It took about 3 or 4 days because it wasn't your normal frontline support. So just bear that in mind, that you need to check the versions on multiple copies. So here we go. I wanted to publish this in color but I think the minimum sale price was $29.99, so it didn't. And as you can see, now we have the master table of contents, and then I think you'll agree that that looks much better. And then we have the table of contents for the Buddhism book, and then it's all looking good. And again, now we come, that's page 1, page 2, page 3. So now I can go to the catalog view. As it loads, I can see there's my front page, my first chapter 1 with the image of Buddha. There's chapter 2 with the Holy Book, and start of chapter 2, and I can see there's no numbering on the pages there. And just scroll down a little bit. Chapter 3, chapter 4, perfect. And then I come on to book 2. There we go. Then there's the quotation from the Dalai Lama, then the preface, table of contents, table of figures, and there we go. And that looks perfect. And then just come down here. This was the last issue I had with the page number in there. I missed the volume number, and there we go. And that's good for me. I'm gonna just need to hide my taskbar. So I've reduced the screen resolution for the video. Okay, come on, let me. And that's it. And then all I do now, I approve the proof. And then we're good to go with that book. And I'll do the same with the other one. Thanks very much.